Raven, also known as Rachel Roth, is the eldest daughter of the demon Trigon. Her human mother, Arella, was spared only because Trigon deemed it necessary for Raven to be nurtured by a human to fulfill their plan of reshaping the dimensions. Despite this, Arella fled from Trigon, taking Raven to a place called Azarath, a dimension situated between realms. It was there that Raven came into the world, and in Azarath, monks and mystics schooled her in harnessing her abilities to perceive and alter emotions and to govern her soul self. The Phantom Stranger eventually facilitated a meeting between Raven and Trigon. After achieving autonomy, she fled his realm and became part of the Teen Titans. Raven now serves with the Titans, a new group charged with safeguarding the world after the Justice League was disbanded. Possessing tele-empathic powers, Raven can teleport and project her soul self, which can engage in physical combat, act as a protective barrier, and manipulate objects and beings through telekinesis. Let's briefly review some instances where she has showcased her abilities and made statements about her potential. In Titan's Burning Rage, amidst a fierce skirmish with the Fearsome Five, she confesses her temptation to unleash her full powers. Though doing so risks letting her darker side loose, a side she struggles to control. She notes that the Fearsome Five's chances of surviving an encounter with her darker aspect are slim. A few frames later, she indeed releases her darker self. In another episode, Billy faces a threat from Neron. Fortunately for Billy and his ally, Nevermore, Raven arrives just in time to assist them. She informs Neron that she possesses more power than he could ever imagine, and compels him to retreat by threatening to dismantle the molecular bonds that hold him together. In this excerpt from Raven Issue 2, she admits to manipulating her schoolmates' emotions to make them her friends. In Raven Issue 6, she draws upon the strength of her relatives and those nearby, and channels this power to vanquish the Thing using her soul self. In Justice League 2016 Issue 43, she intervenes to save a gravely injured Wonder Woman, whose carotid artery was clipped by a bullet deflected off Superman. In Teen Titans 2011 Issue 19, Trigon makes his entrance in New York City. In support of her father, she manipulates Beast Boy's mind, compelling him to confront the Teen Titans. In Teen Titans 2014, Dr. Psycho attempts to penetrate Raven's psyche. However, his attempt proves disastrous as she demonstrates the formidable power of her mind. She erases the collective memory of the Thing from everyone, an event that nearly obliterated San Francisco's populace. Here's a word of caution about crossing Raven's family, her father excluded. She doesn't just retaliate, she aims to kill. In this scene, Raven confronts a Shadow Rider with an illusion of her transformation into a demon, and eliminating the other riders, a sight that left him petrified. In this depiction, she demonstrates her capacity to perceive emotions from any distance. In this instance, it involved Superboy. Here we witness her engaging with the emotions and thoughts of 27,000 individuals. Do you believe Baron Winters, the sorcerer who controls Winter's Gate, could prevent an enraged Raven from reaching him through it? I didn't think so. She then induces sleep in Baron's cherished pet. Here, she protects the Titans from a psionic blast that had taken control of the minds of everyone in New Orleans, unleashed by the Hive Queen, a creation of Brainiac and the strongest psionic on the planet. In this panel, she displays her physical prowess by thrusting someone into a wall, creating a crater. She then envelops herself in soul self energy to shield herself from the intense heat of Belial's flames and extends this protection to Superboy, enabling him to pass through the fire unscathed. In Superboy issue 27, she renders herself impervious to Superboy's strikes. Superboy's subsequent attempts to strike Raven prove futile. She then explains to him the reasons behind his inability to harm her. Capable of energy projection? She possesses that ability as well. Telekinesis? Watch as she demolishes 2 buildings and hurls the debris at Superboy. Energy constructs? Easily handled. In this scene, she uses chains to bind the Spectre, although she requires Jim Corrigan's assistance to keep him subdued. Teleportation? She explains that teleportation allows her to phase her entire body in and out of a dimension. She also has the capability to teleport objects. For instance, in Titans 2023, upon reaching a forest fire, she conjures a portal that transports a vast quantity of water to douse the flames. In another instance, she teleports several adversaries away and sends another off to a desert. As a manipulator of time, she demonstrates her power in this panel by freezing time to enjoy a date with Gar. She can adopt a ruthless demeanor if necessary, mirroring her father. In this instance, she extracts one of her brother's hearts to drive home her point. In this depiction, she deflects magic from a possessed Garth and then forms a force field to shield herself from his assaults. Finally, in a battle with her father, she is fortified by the spirits of her sister's souls entering her soul gem. She then unleashes energy blasts that propel Trigon through a portal to his native dimension and erects a barrier that reflects Trigon's attack, triggering a shockwave responsible for the 1906 San Francisco earthquake.